Challenge 2025! Who was part of the experience last year? All right. Oh wow, so many new faces. Fresh blood, excellent. Woo! You lot don't know what you signed up for. We're about to change your world, absolutely. So guys, my name is Junior. I am the enterprise advisor here at The Generator. I'll tell you a lot about what we do throughout the course of today, and I'll tell you a lot about me, but today's really about you. This is the kickoff for what I think is probably the most exciting and probably the biggest highlight of you coming to Greenwich University, to be honest. All right, The Generator, this is basically the best kept secret in Greenwich. All right, this is where all the entrepreneurs come to get their ideas birthed. This is where they meet their co-founders. This is where they get funding. This is where they get access to mentors. This is where they just basically take whatever they're learning from whatever degree that they're doing or outside and any inspiration and turn it from an idea into something that actually goes out there into the market, changes their world and changes the lives of anyone that they're going to serve. And that's why we're so excited to see you guys here, because you guys are the next world changers, all right? So I'm going to call you guys champions for the rest of the day. Is that all right, champions? Yeah? Okay, excellent, brilliant. So yeah, so the Enterprise Challenge is like the big flagship event that we do, but we do a whole host of other stuff. So for today, it's just going to be a nice little warm-up, a taster of what you might get whenever you engage with anybody from the Generator team. And also we're going to talk about some of our other programs, and hopefully we'll be seeing some great applications from all you exciting entrepreneurs in the room here today. By show of hands, who already has a business? All right. Who's thinking about setting up a business one day in the future? Great. Who just wants to make some money? That's all. Good. Don't be ashamed of that. That's good. Listen, we all need money, all right? So this is what we're here for today. So like I said, The Generator, what we do is supporting students and graduate businesses. You don't just come to university just to sort of learn the academic stuff to get you the job anymore. You can come to university now so that you can be the one that creates the jobs and creates the ideas and the ones that gets the funding and everything else. So that's what we're pretty much here to do. So about myself, I've worked within the education space for probably about 13, 15 years now, teaching enterprise. I am actually an entrepreneur myself, so I work here part-time, so you'd only see me probably Monday and Wednesdays. Other than that, I'm running my own business. I've been running my own businesses for a year. I'm also the author for years. I'm also the author of the book, How to Be a Student Entrepreneur. I wrote that book in like 2011, years ago. And off the back of that, I've built like a speaking career, traveled up and down the country, talking at different business events, working to sort of create the entrepreneur curriculum for many other universities. And just probably about 9 months ago, I came here as a member of staff to work with Greenwich on a more long-term basis. And it's been one of the best decisions that I've ever had, because I get the privilege to mentor and coach, and literally I've probably worked with thousands of businesses over the years, but I don't always get the luxury of seeing their journey grow and seeing the businesses over the course of their journey. Whereas as an entrepreneur in residence, I get to see you guys probably week in, week out. I get to hear your challenges. I get to help you navigate through all of that stuff. And this is stuff that, honestly, clients outside of this university, they would pay between 250 to 2,000 plus, depending on how many sessions that they want. And you guys get all of this access for free. That doesn't mean that you should be bombarding me the whole time, but we're available, basically. We're here to support you guys, so you don't have to feel like you're alone. And there's not just myself, there's now a whole team of us that do this wonderful work. I have entered competitions like this before. I've won competitions like this before, so you're also in safe hands. I've probably won 8 or 9 different business events and business competitions over my short career as an entrepreneur. Twice I was nominated as one of the top 10 most outstanding young students in the UK, and it was all because of the businesses that I was setting up while I was at university. So one of the first successful businesses that I set up was actually a social enterprise working with young people in my local area. So you don't always have to just be a commercial enterprise. And it was a football coaching academy. I liked to play football. I was very passionate about football. I thought I was quite good at football, but I never got signed. So I thought, all right, the next best thing to playing football would be coaching football. So me and 2 other friends, we came up with this idea to start to run football coaching sessions. We started with about 20 kids in a local park. We now work with probably about 400 or 500 kids every single week. We now employ I employ probably about 25 coaches. I don't have to be there anymore. It's now a system that runs on its own. Most businesses fail within their first year. That business has been running for well over 15 years now. And it paid my way throughout university. So by the time I graduated, I made enough money to pay off all my tuition fees. And that's what I always tell students, set that as one of your goals. If you started in first year, if you're running a business or a little side hustle, after 3 years, that could be a full-time job that you can walk into. Or even if you're just doing this, you're in your master's and you've just got 1 year left, at least by the time you graduate and by the time you finish, you can take what you've done and you actually make some money back from your degree. And then you've also got, potential career path or job opportunities that you can employ your fellow sort of students as well. So there's many things that you can take from this. But I always encourage people, have that as a goal. By the time you graduate, can you make enough money from your side hustle to pay off all your tuition fees? Because if you do that, you've also validated a business idea that you can then take forward, and it could potentially change your life, change the life of your family. You might need to keep applying for those jobs. You might be the ones creating jobs and opening opportunities for all the connections and the resources that you've made along the way. So that's my sort of main thing. I also set up the Global Entrepreneur Academy a few years back, where we basically train entrepreneurs all over the world, online seminars, in person, and we've seen so many different businesses that there's not an idea, I'm guaranteed there's not an idea in here that I cannot work on, only because we've seen such a vast array of ideas. And I will tell you, it's not even about the idea, the successes. It's actually about the people behind it. And that's why we want to make sure that you guys are the best entrepreneurs, because pretty much if the entrepreneur is good, whatever idea that they work on, it usually does quite well. All right. So imagine, for example, let's say you took over Richard Branson's business empire, all right, for a year. Do you reckon that business, in your current state, do you reckon that business empire would increase or decrease? Yeah, right, come on. Airplanes will be coming out of the sky and all sorts. Trains will be delayed and all sorts. But, all right, imagine Richard Branson comes into your business for a whole year, all right? No, even without all the resources, right, just comes into your business in a whole year, what would happen? Suddenly connections will be made, suddenly ideas will become. So it's not about, I don't have the money, I don't have the resources, I don't have the staff, I don't have all of this stuff. Usually the success will always be down to the individual. If we can get you guys and give you guys the skills before you graduate and leave to learn how to sell, learn how to network, learn how to talk to investors, whatever idea you come up with, you're going to succeed. And that's why there's this term of serial entrepreneurs. Every 6 months, I'm working on a new business venture. I've worked on probably about 20 of my own business ventures over the past 15 years. Some of them have been absolute failures and they've given me great learning. Some of them have been successful, very successful, that it created a lifestyle for myself. Some of them I've sold, some of them I've just decided to park because I couldn't manage the rest of it. But the whole point is, I'm never gonna stop being an entrepreneur, even if the industry changes, even if AI takes over this industry, or even if competitors come into space, because I take my entrepreneurial skills and I move into a new space and we go again and we keep going again. And that's the real beauty about being part of this community and in the Generator. So what have we done last year? So last year we gave out £11,000 of bursary money to students. We helped students raise at least £6,000 in external funding. We ran 34 different events for entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs. 14 jobs were created just off the back of the startups. Almost 400 hours of mentoring was done. All right, so you have access to over 100 mentors, not just within this university, but industry experts. So that's why I said, whichever industry you're going to go in, we can find a mentor who can sit down with you. They've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and they'll show you the step-by-step playbook of how they built their successful business. And that will be your mentor that you can take forward. And my favorite stat, 98% of students said that they absolutely enjoyed our events. I don't know who the 2% were, all right? I probably wasn't at that event, but the 98%, that's the one that I really like. All right, and we want you guys to continue to be part of that, because it's very different to a normal lecture. Everything that we do here is very different. It's very dynamic because we're trying to create a particular mindset for the people that we have here. And so with that said, I need to make sure that we've got lots of high energy in this room. So everybody, I'm just going to see who's wide awake, and the guys who are standing up at the back, you're already primed for this. All right, so just to see who's wide awake, because all the stuff we're going to be sharing is really tough stuff and you have to be really switched on. So I'm going to play a nice little game with you guys just to warm you guys up. So when I say clap your hands, I want you to raise your hands. When I say raise your hands, I want you to clap your hands. You got it? All right, some of you look nervous already. All right, you got it? Okay, relax. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Clap your hands. Some people didn't get it. Oh! All right, we're going to go again. I'll take it nice and slow. When I say clap your hands, I really want you to raise your hands. When I say raise your hands, I really want you to clap your hands. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Clap your hands. We'll try that again. Come on, guys. It's not that hard. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Raise your hands. She's still raising her hands. Clap your hands. All right, now clap. Clap your hands now. Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Raise your hands. And clap. Clap. I don't know what to do. This is too difficult. I hate business. Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Raise your hands. And clap. All right, now clap. Ah, I got you. Too easy. All right, rule number 1, you have to be able to pay attention, all right? Okay, so who is this type of stuff for? Some of you might think, oh, but do you know what? I don't really study business. I don't know what I do. Maybe entrepreneurship isn't for me. Don't worry. Do you know, I never studied entrepreneurship. I studied like economics and stuff. I've never used that degree. It was the most expensive picture I ever took in my entire life. But at least I knew, studying the degree actually gave me confidence because, like I said, my business was already up and running by the time I was like 2nd or 3rd year of uni anyway. But it gave me confidence that even if the business fails, I can always go back to that degree. But thank God the businesses never failed and I kept on going on and on. But I'm going to show you some real life examples of some of the businesses that we had over the past at least 8 months. So this is Furlink. They create an app for lost pets. The person who created this, have a guess of what they were studying. I'm going to give prizes if you get it right.
Mathematics.
Do you know them?
No.
What did you guess?
Mathematics, I guess.
Correct, 10 points. You get 10 points. I think he's cheating. He's done his research already. Let's see. Your prize was a round of applause, I told you. All right, what about this one? We had a business that created candle wax, selling soil wax candles and reed diffusers. What do you think they studied?
History. Mathematics.
They didn't study mathematics. It wasn't art.
Chemistry.
It wasn't even chemistry.
IT.
Geography? Nothing.
It wasn't geography. They were a student. They did study something. They studied law. All right, so I said the side hustles, you can be doing this on the side. All right, so nobody gets that round of applause. This one was alcohol-free coaching, so built a community for people who wanted to come away from drinking alcohol. What do you reckon she studied? Psychology. It wasn't psychology, it wasn't chemistry. It wasn't RE. No. This one was actually a business student. I'm just tricking you guys there, right? So this was business. But it goes to show that it doesn't necessarily matter what you are currently studying or even what you've done in the past. Your inspiration can come from anything. You can be walking on the street and you say, do you know what? I've seen a problem that everybody keeps moaning about. And these are sometimes how the best ideas are formed, right? Don't be the type of people who complain about stuff. Let everybody else complain, and then you just make a note of all the things that they're complaining about, because you're realizing that there's a problem there, and if I solve that problem, I get paid for it. And that's all business is. That's all entrepreneurs do. They look at the problem and they realize, right, there's a market here because lots of people have this particular problem. You could be walking in Tesco's and you realize that the queue is too long and you're thinking, right, what could we do to improve this? You could be at an event and you realize that something's gone wrong and everyone's moaning about it. Don't join the people that's moaning. Sit back and analyze things and think, right, how can I add value to people? That's all businesses do. They seek to add value, because what is money? Money is just tokens of value, all right? So if you focus on where can I add value to people, people will give you tokens of value in exchange. Money, that's how simple business is. So we complain about, oh, these people are so rich. Well, they're solving a big problem, or at least for a big market, and people are willing to pay them for that on an ongoing basis, on a recurring basis. You could be that person that's collecting all those tokens of value, all right? And then going on nice little holidays to Dubai whenever you want to as well. All right, whatever you spend your tokens on is for you, but it's your reward for the value that you've added. So your focus should always be, Where can I add the most value? So don't worry about what you're currently studying or your inexperience. As long as you can spot opportunities that other people are just sort of walking over, that's your gap in the market, and that's what we help you to sort of cultivate. Do we have a question?
Just that we need to find the gap in the market.
Yes.
In order to fulfill the gap, otherwise there is weak supply and.
Exactly. And even if you can't find the gap, sometimes you can be the one to create a gap, and that's what we do with marketing, basically, to make the gap even bigger. Yeah, exactly. So, right, guys, I want you to think about this, right? What is the top 2 reasons why businesses fail? I'm going to let you discuss with the person next to you. Think of the top 2 reasons why businesses fail. You ready? Let's go.
Lack of experience.
Lack of experience, okay. That's one. That could be. It could be the top 2 reasons. You know I'm going to put you on the spot. You know I'm going to put you on the spot. You got good handwriting? All right. I'm going to get some answers. If you just chuck the answers on the board for me and then scribe. Right, so we've got some answers. By the way, this is Ifna. Ifna was one of our placement students last year. I've dragged her back here to help her. And later on, she's going to be. If you have questions in the networking, there's people who took part in a lot of our programs last year, and I'll point them out throughout today. So if you don't speak to any of the team, you can speak to them and find out about how amazing it was. You better say nice stuff about us. All right, so let's get some answers. All right, who got some answers? Top 2 reasons why businesses fail. Just give me anyone. Yes.
Lack of experience.
Okay, could we get lack of experience? Anything else?
Lack of research.
Lack of research.
A weak team.
A weak team. Okay.
Wrong market.
The wrong market. Okay. What else? Right at the back.
If they don't solve a problem.
Okay, so not actually solving a problem. Yeah. Let's be honest. Your products could be rubbish. You know, maybe a bad product. Are we going too fast, if not? No. Okay, perfect. Right at the back.
Starting too big or too small.
Sorry?
Starting too big or too small.
Starting too big or too small. Okay, so it could be an issue of timing.
A weak long-term strategy.
All right, so having no long-term strategy or a very poor long-term strategy. Being delusional, yes. Sometimes it's a good thing, but sometimes it gets you in trouble. Yeah, question?
Not being resilient.
Not being resilient. Another reason why businesses fail.
Lack of being updated with the business because everything is changed dramatically.
Good. So not keeping up with the changes in industry. Yes.
Not enough money all of a sudden.
Not enough money or running out of money. Yes.
Not having short-term goals.
Short-term goals. Okay, perfect. Let's get 3 more.
Bad management.
Oh, bad management. I like that one. Right at the back. Yep. No product market fit. Yes.
Lack of long-term vision.
And lack of long-term vision. So we've got lots of great reasons there of why businesses fail. And sometimes when I sit down with people who do business coaching, it's, oh, my business is failing. A lot of this usually comes up. And I'm like, yeah, these are all real, wonderful, excellent, valid excuses. And the reason why I call them excuses is because there is one factor that controls pretty much all of that. And I think the closest we got to it was bad management. All right, it was everything, write this down, everything rises and falls on leadership. Right? Everything rises and falls on leadership. A lot of those things, all right, so let's look at, for example, lack of experience. Who in the team is responsible for making sure that the team is experienced?
Leader.
Yeah. Wrong market. Who decides which market we're going to?
Technologist and
The
leader.
leader.
The leader. Bad product. Who signs off the product?
Well, leadership.
Yeah. A lot of the time, It is you, the engine of the business, that is the biggest fault in why the business failed. And we can blame, oh, the competitors did this, or this happened, or this happened, or I never got funding, or blah, 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 blah. But ultimately, everything usually rises and falls on the particular individual. So I'm going to take you through what we call the entrepreneurial journey. Thank you, Ifna. Give a big round of applause. All right, so there's 4 stages to becoming an entrepreneur, all right? And these are, you might find yourself on any one of these stages, whether you set up a business in the past or you think of setting up a business. So the first stage is the dreamer stage. What's the first stage? The dreamer stage. The second stage is the dabbler stage. What's the second stage? The third stage is the doers. What's the third stage? And the last stage is the stage where everybody should aspire to. These are the dominators, all right? What's the last stage? The dominators. So, I love the energy. So we're gonna talk through each one, and I'm gonna tell you how to go along this journey. So the dreamer stage, it's a good stage to be in, not a good stage to stay in. This is the stage where you're thinking about ideas. You're probably watching Dragon's Den, you'll be like, I could do that better. Or, oh yeah, I've had that idea. Right? We've all been there. All right, so you're dreaming about ideas, and you're dreaming about what you can do. So most people would discount themselves and say, I'm not really an entrepreneur because I haven't actually made any money yet. You're still an entrepreneur, you're just in the dreamer stage. Okay, you're just in the dream stage. You just haven't taken action yet. It's the key thing for the dreamers, they have to take action. Once you do get out of that dreamer stage and you actually start to take a risk, you actually test your idea or you share your ideas with other people, you move into what we call the dabbler stage. The dabbler stage is a good stage to be in again, not a good stage to stay in. It's a good stage to be in because you might dabble in here, dabble here. Maybe you made £100, maybe you lost £100, maybe you made £1,000, you lost £1,000. But there is no real focus. You're just testing out and you're flexing your entrepreneurial muscles. How many of you have ever been in the dabbler stage before? Yeah, see? So we've all been there. You haven't sort of been known for one solid thing, but you've got that sort of shiny object syndrome where you've got these superpowers now, you know how to sell and you're just doing it everywhere, but there's no real focus. So again, you're still considered an entrepreneur, you're just in the dabbler stage. And then we have the doer stage. This might be where, you've been in your industry for maybe 2-3 years, you're known for this particular thing, maybe you're the app girl, or you're the t-shirt guy, or you're the restaurant owner. You're known for this particular thing and your business is actually start to get traction and you've got that product market fit and you're rolling now. But there is a final stage. Final stage is where all the Elon Musks and the Oprah Winfreys are at, and these are the dominator stage where you've been in your industry consistently for years. So much so that you're actually a force in the industry. You know your industry so well, and you can raise investment like that, and you can launch new ideas. This is the stage that we want to try to get everybody along. Right. But the big things that will hinder you as the entrepreneur to do this is either poor action at the early stage, poor focus in the dabbler stage, or lack of opportunities. So this is what we're really trying to solve at the generator. All right, we're trying to give you the inspiration if you're the ones that are in the dreamer stage, give you the inspiration to climb up that tree so you can at least get to the dabbler stage and test your ideas. We give you programs where you can test out ideas. We give you funding where you can test out ideas and just experiment. We give you a team and networks so you can do that, and we give you the skills to do this as well. So the marketing skills, the sales skills, the how to recruit the right co-founders, and whether you're technical or non-technical, where do you start to focus? All right, so we're giving you all those skills, and then we also give you the networks. The networks are what's gonna push you to actually really seize big opportunities. We connect you with industries. We connect you with real employers who could potentially be your clients. We connect you with other businesses that you can then start to sell to. So we're trying to do everything we can do to push you up that tree of opportunities so that you can go from dreamer, dabbler, doer to eventually dominator. So it doesn't matter what level you are at. Please don't think like, oh my gosh, this other business is already making £10,000 a month. That's fine. We can get you to at least £2,000 a month. That's at least a start before you graduate or before you leave here next year. Or you might go, I'm already doing £10,000 a month. How do I get to £1 million? Great. We can connect you with the investors and the opportunities and the pipeline to take you there, or we can give you the team members to actually take your business global. This is everything that's available to you guys as students. Does that sound exciting to you? Yeah, exactly. I love that. All right, so that's what we want to give you: the skills, the network, and the inspiration, and this lovely, handsome guy here as well. So, with that said, all right, and oh, sorry, this is the last slide. I chucked this in here very quickly because a lot of the times in business we talk about, commercial enterprises and what we can do. We also have programs for social entrepreneurs. The Enterprise Challenge isn't just for, I want to make lots of money. The Enterprise Challenge is also for people who want to make lots of impact. So we have two pathways for the Enterprise Challenge. We've got the social entrepreneurs who compete with each other, and then we also have the commercial entrepreneurs. This is what we call this is the global, the UN global goal. How many of you are familiar with the UN global goals? All right, so basically the United Nations, they came up with a list of like, I think it's probably about 30 odd different causes that they want to solve and eradicate. It could be poverty, it could be good health, it could be education, it could be, if your business does any one of these things and more, you can go into the social enterprise category. So you might think like, right, do you know what? I've built a system and I've launched something that's not gonna make me millions of pounds, but it will change millions of lives. You're still eligible, right? We still wanna launch that business. We still wanna support that business. We still wanna give you the skills and the network and the resources to take that, not just a charity, but something that can actually generate and it could become self-sustaining itself. So if you're tackling anything with climate change, if you're trying to educate people, if you're trying to create something more sustainable, I always tell people, you can go out there and be an activist, or you can be a social entrepreneur and actually start to generate and get paid for the impact that you're making. So don't discount yourself just because your idea is not a big money-making idea. If it's big impact, we want to work on it as well with you. Yeah. Question?
Is it possible to compete in both categories at the same time?
Is it possible to be in both? Possibly, but would either put you in one or the other just so that you don't cheat and get 2 awards. But if you feel like you might tick the box on both, we'll probably push you to lean more towards one or the other, but we'll give you the support for both. So all the programs that we offer, they're for social entrepreneurs and also commercial entrepreneurs at any stage, basically. So before we wrap up, I want you guys to just close your eyes. Right? Take a deep breath in and out. Right, imagine yourself 10 years from now. All right, 10 years from now, yes, you've completely glowed up. You look beautiful. All right, but you don't just look good. You feel good because an idea that you started in Greenwich Uni, it's now an idea that's gone global. It's now something that everybody knows you for. It's now something that's made massive impact in other people's lives. It's now something that's changed the course of your life. All right. What idea is that? What problem are you solving? What's been tugging on your heartstrings to say, do you know what? Why don't we just try this? What have you been sort of resistant on? But you know that if I actually had the support and the network and the inspiration and resources to actually launch this, it could go well. Yeah, I don't know how to build an app, but if the generator can connect me with people who can do that, oh my goodness, where would my life be? And that doesn't have to be 10 years. Some people exit their business in 5 years, in 8 years, in 3 years. It's happened, all right? Like I said, everything goes down to you, your time, your energy, your attention, and how much you're gonna put towards this, all right? Now open your eyes. You see what you've just seen, all right? Let that be like a roadmap for you. Don't just leave it in that dreamer stage. You know when you go into the car and you put the sat nav in and you say, right, this is the destination, and it shows you where you're going to end up. You haven't arrived yet, but at least it's showing you where you're going to end up. That's what you've just done. You've just seen where you could potentially end up. But what you need to know to do is take every single opportunity that's going to push you closer towards that. All right, there's going to be roadblocks along the way. Of course, you're going to get setbacks. You're going to get ideas. I'm going to come back and tell you your business idea is rubbish. Go back and redo it. All right, that's part of my job. It's not to push you down. It's to actually help you to reevaluate it so we can still get you to that vision. What you should never ever do is give up on that vision. Don't let anybody else tell you that that vision can't happen. All right, your job is to maintain that vision. We're going to help you navigate the how. We're going to help you navigate all the hurdles, but don't ever drop that vision. That's what we want you to aspire to. You know where your goals are. You know where some of you might be content with, I just want to make an extra £30 a month. Some of you might say, I want to make an extra £30,000 a month. It's your lifestyle, it's your choice. We want to help you get to where you want to be. All right, and that's what we do here at The Generator. So, I'm gonna run through some slides to talk to you guys. What we call fear. This is the second next biggest barrier to most people. It's the fear. All right. What do you reckon most entrepreneurs, or most people, what do you reckon most people are afraid of when it comes to launching their business?
Being broke.
Failure. How many of you ever said to yourself, oh, but what if I launch this business and it fails? How many of you have said that to yourself? Yeah. But guess what? What if you don't launch this business? Did you fail? Yeah, you're no different. All right? You're no different where you are right now. If you're not happy, if you're not content with where you are right now, you might as well launch the business and try. it's a free go. You don't even need to cost. Obviously, there's going to be costs to putting it all together, but we're help to try to help you mitigate those fears. And most of the fears and the barriers, it's not even beyond your own capabilities. It's stuff that you've told yourself. It's stuff that you said that, oh, I can't do or I'm not able to do. All right, let me introduce. Normally I have my book with me that I'll give away, but I don't have my book. But let me see what I do have for you guys. I'm gonna give away. I'm feeling generous today because you guys are so amazing. All right, I'm gonna buy lunch for somebody right here, right now. Okay, I'm gonna give away £10. Who wants the £10? Okay, you don't want £10? Free money? Okay. No. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make it harder for you guys. All right, I'm gonna make it harder for you guys. I'm gonna give £10 to whoever makes the funniest animal noise. What? Where's that? Wait, let's hear it. The funniest animal noise. The funniest animal noise. Let's hear it. I never said put your hands up. Just make the funniest animal noise. Who? Who? Keep saying it. I don't know who's saying it. The funniest animal noise. £10. We're on the spot. Come on, let's hear it. Who is that? Who's that? Let me hear it. There you go. Give him a big round of applause. Right.
You lost £10.
I didn't lose £10. All right. I've taught you all a lesson. All right. What did I just teach you? What did I just do?
Make funny noises.
I've done what life does to you, each and every single one of us, every single day. I presented you with an opportunity of something that you might have wanted. That's what life does to you, each and every single one of us every day. So life says, hey, who wants it? You say, oh yeah, I want the house, I want the lifestyle, I want the car, I want the business, I want it. Great. And then life says, there's something that you have to do in order to go get it. Take a risk, usually. Put yourself out there. Allow people to laugh at you. And then instantly, everyone said, when I said who wants the £10, everyone's hands went up. And then when I said you have to make a funny animal noise, everyone's like, yeah, forget that, it's all right. I got my own £10, I'm cool, don't worry. I bet some of you had that debate in your head like, oh, just say the animal noise. Oh, his animal noise is better than mine. Oh, just do that pig noise you did in front of the kids yesterday. I'm not going to do a pig noise in front of these people, I don't know this. How many of you had that crazy conversation in your head? Be honest. All right. Now, where was the barrier? Did I ask anybody in this room to do something that's beyond their physical capabilities? No, I never told you to go and beat Usain Bolt in a race or climb Mount Everest. I told you all to do something that you can actually do, but where was the barrier? It was all in your own head. You placed the barrier in front of yourself. All right? This is why I say fair. False experiences appearing real. You make the barrier look like this big when in actual fact the barrier is that. And he made a good animal noise, but come on, let's be honest. How many of you could have made a better animal noise than that? Yeah? But guess what? It doesn't matter. Because this is what happens in life. It's not necessarily the most talented that wins or the smartest that wins. It's the people who have the most confidence, who are willing to try. And the person sitting next to them could be like, I'm way more talented than that. My ideas were way better than that. Do you know what? I studied this degree and this degree and this degree. It doesn't matter. You never took action. And sometimes that's how life rewards us. So your job, and when you see all these opportunities and be like, do you know, I'm going to fill out the application later on, and suddenly the deadlines are closing. You're like, oh, I've missed out. You could have been that winner. You could have been the person. You could have been the person that got that. Sometimes you have to make a phone call. Sometimes you have to just book in the one-to-one appointment and say, do you know what? My idea is absolutely rubbish, but I'm willing to take the feedback. What do I need to do? Just take that risk. You're not going to lose anything that you didn't already gain in the first place. Everything is for you to gain. Okay? You don't always have to be the best. Sometimes you just have to be the bravest. That's it. Make sense? Give yourselves a big round of applause, guys. So, and I'll send you these slides just to remind you guys, all right? Because when I'm going to bump into you guys over the next couple of months, and I want to see your ideas, and I want to see a level of confidence from you guys who are in this room compared to anybody else who applied for this competition who's not in this room. All right? You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be challenged to do public speaking. You're going to be challenged to come out of your comfort zone. All of this is what's the making of a true entrepreneur. And whether you win the 5,000, win 10,000, win whatever it is, you're going to come away with something which is ideally a viable business idea that you can then take forward. All right. So dream big, act now, never give up, have that confidence, and just enjoy the journey. So I'm going to quickly invite the team actually to come up and introduce themselves, because it's not just going to be my face that you're going to see. You're going to see everybody that's involved in the generator. So the generator team, please come to the front. Give them a big round of applause as they come to the front. Come in. I'll allow them to quickly introduce themselves and tell you what they do, because you might get some emails from us, and you've probably already got some emails from some of the team members. But these are definitely people that you want to start to network with and connect with. So first and foremost, let's invite Rachel, who's the head of the generator.
Thanks. Hi everyone. So you'll only see me for the next 2 months actually, because then I'm going to disappear on a baby. But one of the things we really want to get you involved in is GRE Startup, which we've got a big poster about at the back. But it's basically 3 days where there'll be a group of you like this, crammed in a room. You'll be pitching your ideas, forming teams, meeting really interesting students, and that'll probably be the final event I'm involved in. But anyway, Julia's given you a great intro to enterprise, giving you a great speech. But we're really hoping we get applications from all of you in the room. We've got loads of money to give out. We're really excited about this year's competition.
Hi everyone, I'm Leia. I'm the Enterprise and Events Advisor at the Generator. I've just joined the team, this is week 2 for me, so brand new. I'm also an entrepreneur. I run a business. I have done so for about 6 years now. And I'm just really excited to hear about all of your business ideas, support you along your journey, help you along the hurdles. There will be hurdles, but that's where you learn the most. So I'm really excited. It's so great to see so many of you in the room today. So looking forward to meeting many of you soon.
Hi everyone, I'm Rose and I'm the placement student this year, and you'll be seeing a lot of me everywhere. But I'll be helping you all with the applications, calling you for the applications, so be familiar with me.
Hi everyone, I'm Christy. I'm the one that's been emailing you 10,000 times about coming today. So thank you for calling. If you want to not miss out on any opportunities and keep in touch with us, I run an Instagram account and a LinkedIn. The QR code is at the back, so please follow us if you want to come to more events and things like this. And thanks for coming.
And the only person that's not here today is Lynette, but you'll see her. She's our programs coordinator, and she does a lot of the hacks. So in the past, we've had like the Met Police come down and say, hey, we want to work with some of your entrepreneurs to come solve some of our problems. We've had AWS, Amazon Web Services, come down and say we want to work with some of your entrepreneurs to solve some of the business problems that we have as well. And they work in groups over a weekend, and the winners get to pitch in front of the industry experts, and they actually got invited to Amazon headquarters and to go on a ride along with the Met Police. So there's so many great opportunities within industry. So even if you're not quote unquote entrepreneurial, but you want to get those sort of consulting skills, definitely get involved in our hacks as well. So thank you to the team. Let's go. Speaking of hacks, this is one that's coming up soon. This is Everyone's a Singer. So they're a company where they basically train people who want to be singing to grow in confidence. But we're going to be doing a hack with them, and this is again one of over 3 days where they'll come in, they'll present a business case to students, and students will be put in teams to come and work with it. So definitely get involved in that. You can see some of the flyers there, and that's going to be over November. This is what Rachel just mentioned, GRE Startup. So you don't even need to have an idea. You can come, we'll give you a challenge to work on, and you'll form teams. And over 3 days, you'll develop a business. So this is a great way to actually sink your teeth into what it's like to be an entrepreneur and the lifestyle. And I'll let you take some pictures of that. We have got the posters at the back as well, so you can see it. Oh, we also have a makers market. So if you can create a product before December, we can actually set you up with an exhibition stand in the middle of the university. We're going to have like a Christmas market, and you'll be able to start to sell your products there. Either way, come down to that because you'll be meeting other entrepreneurs, but you could also be displaying some of your products there. So it could be, I don't know, perfumes or something that you've created or something that you've designed, or, you know, t-shirts or hats, whatever it is. So you can actually display your stuff. Yes, you can sell. Yes, you can make money. And do whatever it is that you want, and I believe the stand is completely free for students. So, you know, this is another event that we're putting on. And we also have one-to-one appointments. So if you just email the generator at any given time, just say, hey, I want to speak to an enterprise advisor. We can book in a half an hour and we can chat over your business at any point. Who's done any one-to-one appointments before with the generator? Yeah, I'm going to invite Siobhan quickly to tell you. Come on, Siobhan. Siobhan was actually one of our finalists. All right, last year. Could you just tell us about your experience with like the mentoring and what you've gained from the generator?
Yeah, I'm Siobhan. I won the social enterprise category at last year's Enterprise Awards with my Business Buddy app. Mentoring and generator is amazing. They are all massively experts on, you know, the different avenues and industries. I myself am an entrepreneur and innovation student, and I have zero tech experience, but yet I'm building an app. And these guys have given me access to people who know exactly what to do, what the rules are, what the regulations are, and people that build an app as well. So I don't necessarily need to build those skills myself. I can outsource it, but they've also given me the opportunity to learn how to do it as well. But not just that. This time last year, my app was not even an idea. And I spoke to someone who had generated, and they encouraged me to apply for the Enterprise Challenge about a week before the closing date. Didn't think it would go anywhere, and I won. So just that little bit of encouragement that they give you. And throughout the entire challenge process, they encouraged me and pushed me in a way that wasn't forceful, didn't make me feel stupid when I didn't know things. They just handed me their expertise on the plate, and I absorbed it all, and now I'm launching an app, and this time next year hopefully it will be out. But yeah, the access that they give you is amazing. So don't be shy, don't think that any idea is a stupid idea. They certainly don't make you feel that way. Just give it a try, jump in head first, because what's the worst that can happen? You know, nothing.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. So, with that said, the big one is the Enterprise Challenge. This runs pretty much all year round. So, applications open today, all right, especially open. So, you can go to the QR code and you can start to fill out the application. I'll put it up at the screen at the end, and everybody apply, all right? If you can come up with an idea between now and November, just submit your idea. The worst that happened was that, you didn't get shortlisted in the next stage, but majority of businesses would get put through, because if we see something in that idea, we're gonna work with you to actually turn it and make it a reality if you're serious about it. So if you can come up with an idea between today and I think it's the 27th of November, quickly get that application in. Obviously, the earlier, the better. All right, get your ideas in, and I think you could probably even submit 1 or 2 ideas, but get ideas in if you can. Question? Absolutely, yeah. If you might think, well, I don't know if my idea is good enough, I want to book a one-to-one appointment, go ahead, do that. We'll sit down, we'll talk to you. We're not going to tell you your idea is not good enough. We're going to tell you how to refine your idea so that you can have a more successful application. That's it. All right, so definitely put an idea in, and if you don't have an idea and you've got like a friend at home who's always talking about an idea, say, I want to actually launch that business idea that you've been speaking about. I've got a great opportunity at the generator. Do that, okay? As long as one of you is a Greenwich student, you can still push through and apply for this, all right? So, so afterwards, there's so much that this program is very, very action-packed. You might not be able to read that, so I'll say it. So it's an annual program, it's an annual competition. It's the biggest event that we do all year round. After you get shortlisted, we match you with a mentor. So every single entrepreneur who qualifies and puts an application through, if we like your application, we're going to match you with a business mentor who's outside, external, and they'll be in your industries. They'll coach you, and you can have as many meetings as you want with them. And then you'll have 6 weeks of workshops with myself and the rest of the generator team. Will be talking you through all the skill sets that you need to build this business. How to build AI and how to do sales and how to do marketing. We're going to basically take you through the entire business process. And then on top of that, you also get one-to-one mentorship with ourselves as well. And then round about March, we do the semi-final where you actually come and refine your business and you submit another application. If you make it through to the semi-final there, that's a video pitch, that one. But once you make it through the semi-final, you then do a live pitch in front of an audience like this. And then the top 10 go head to head in like the biggest event in the whole of London. All right, and it all happens here. And it's such like a huge prestige event. Everyone comes in suits and ties and there's champagne. And yeah, it's a great event. And this is what we call the grand final. And this is where we actually start to give out the big checks and the awards to the entrepreneurs who've come through the journey. So yes, people do get pushed out along the way, but it's a competition. But don't feel like just because you never made it to the grand final, that's the end of the journey, because we will have other pathways. And this is stuff that we didn't have last year. So even if you didn't make it to the semi-final, but your business was still good, we create other pathways where you can still enter other competitions and compete with other universities or still get more training and more things. Because just because you didn't make it in the top 10, that doesn't mean that your business wasn't good. We could have, in this room, potentially we can have 50 amazing, outstanding businesses, but we can only award 10. So the other 40, we want to still make sure that your business gets launched. So there's always something for everybody, so don't discount yourself. And yeah, who can apply? Pretty much anyone, any course, international students, domestic students. Even if you graduated and you left in the last 2 years, you can still apply, you can still take part. There is no restrictions really. We just want to hear great entrepreneurs, great ideas, any age, any degree, whatever it is that you're studying. All right, and like I've mentioned, we've got the mentoring area. And the winners get ongoing mentoring sessions as well. So even after the competition is done, we don't just say, right, forget you, we're going to move on to the next focus. We continue to train you, and because the moment you've got money, we don't want you to go crazy with that money, all right? We want to make sure that you're investing that money in wisely. So we actually, the mentoring continues. So basically, this is a lifelong program, really. As long as the lifetime of your business is running, we're going to still stick with you, and we will still want to hear from you, and we're going to pull you back on stage as well at the next events next year. So this could be you guys speaking after you've won your own awards. So the application process is there. So basically, this is the process. You have to film a video. It doesn't have to be fancy, all right? You don't have to be a pro at editing. Literally, just pick up your camera and just tell us your idea. Make sure that you keep it within the constraints of the time limit. And I stress, it doesn't have to be edited. Just tell us about your idea, just articulate it. We just want to know, it's more to get to know you. You fill out the written application as well. So anything that you don't get to say in the video, you can put it into the written application. And then just make sure that you submit before the deadline. Now, for those of you who always submit coursework and stuff, you always know, I call it the tech devil. Whenever you leave something to last minute, sod's law, something's going to go wrong, okay? So don't wait last minute. If you've got the idea and you've got it ready, submit it early, and then you might hear from us early, you know that you've got your slot covered in there. So that's the email, generator@gre.ac. And then these are sort of the timelines. Like I said, we're going to send you these slides anyway, so you'll be able to keep up to date. But if you want to take a picture of some of the key dates of the Enterprise Challenge, it's there. So we have stage 1, applications close on the 27th. That's the big one. But we've got the GRE Startup. So even if you haven't submitted yet and you come to GRE Startup, you might launch an idea at GRE Startup and you still have time to submit before the 27th. So come down to GRE Startup, take the learning that you have there, and that might just spark some ideas for you if you don't have like a solid business yet, or you don't know what you want to work on. You'll literally be creating ideas. That program is for people who don't have any ideas, but they just want to be entrepreneurial. Okay, and that's the QR code. So the rest is up to you guys now. Hopefully someone in this room is going to be the next Greenwich Entrepreneur of the Year. Hopefully many of you are going to be the next global entrepreneurs who are going to go out there and launch amazing social enterprises, amazing commercial enterprises. And hopefully some of you are just going to realize that you've challenged yourself and you've grown in confidence, you've learned public speaking, you've learned not to doubt yourself, but who knows, it might even be something more than that. We don't know what can come out of this, but we hope that you guys just seize this opportunity, maximize it, and don't just keep it to yourself. Tell other people about it, tell friends about the generator and what we do. Like I said, this is the best kept secret. Most people find out about this at the grand final when it's like, oh, it's too late to apply. So tell as many people as you can, because once you do this as a community, that's what we want to build, the entrepreneurial community. And we also have this amazing co-work space that you guys can take part in. So normally there's tables and chairs around. So if you want to sign up to actually have some office space, we have this available for all Greenwich students, completely free. So you can sign in, come here, do your work, have your meetings, have your calls, and obviously it's right next to where the mentors and the rest of the Generator team are based. So this is all for the taking. So with that said, I'm going to allow some time for you guys to mingle, network. You might meet some co-founders, talk to the team, but we've got 3 tables at the back. If you have any questions about the GRE Startup Program, you can see Rose at the back. If you have any questions about the Enterprise Challenge, you can see Leia, or you can talk to Christy about signing up to our mailing list so you can keep up to date with all the other cool events that we've done. Have you guys learned something new today? Yes. Brilliant. And are you guys going to do something new today? Yes. Yeah. What are you going to do differently today? Apply now. Yeah, not tomorrow, today. Apply now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You've been an amazing audience.